People have a very love or hate relationship when it comes to working with external recruiters. Some people swear that their career success came about because they found the right recruiter who introduced them to the right opportunity, partnered with them, and others feel nothing comes out of it. They are just a waste of time. They are disrespectful, always pressurizing. Why even bother reaching out to external recruiters? So in today's video, I'm going to give you the ins and outs of recruiters, recruitment agency, and why should you consider working with them or not. The decision ultimately is yours. Hi, my name is Shub Fauzdar. I'm a Singapore-based job search strategist and career coach and a former corporate recruiter. I am also a LinkedIn top voice. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. I release 2 videos every week. One is a short, impactful tip, less than 2 minutes, and the other one is a deep dive on a topic like today. And let's start with why even consider external recruiters, or as I call it, external recruiters 101. Let me share with you a few things I think everybody needs to know about external recruiters if you're going to engage with them. For a lot of organizations, the external recruiters charge somewhere between 1 month of your salary, which would be the low range of recruiters who are recruiting for transactional roles, junior level roles, to 25, 30, 33% of your annual salary. So for a company, an external recruiter is a massive added cost. Now, companies do use recruiters because the role could be challenging, it could be confidential, it could be a very difficult to find position, or they just don't have the resources to hire a good talent acquisition person. But there are a lot of advantages for a company to hire a recruiter. They are subject matter experts. Usually they are industry experts. They can get to companies passive candidates, which, I mean, by right, even LinkedIn can, but these people already have existing relationships with people from their particular industry. So it makes sense for a company to absolutely hire an external recruiter, especially for senior level positions, confidential positions, hard to fill positions. Now, here there are a few things which you need to understand for you as a candidate or a job seeker. Number one, the recruiter is paid by the company. They have to take the interest of the company in mind. So if you think you will be able to do the job, even if you don't have the right skills, that's not in the favor of the recruiter. Why would a company pay a recruiter 25 or 30% of your annual salary if you're not matching all their requirements? They can find you on their own. So for a recruiter, it's extremely difficult to justify somebody who's not a traditional background, somebody who is making a career switch. If you are one of those people, external recruiters are not your best friends. They will not be able to do you justice. They can't. Companies will not pay them to hire you. And the second thing out of it is their loyalties lie with the company. So if they are ghosting you, if they are not responding to you as much as you think they should be, you know, because they're working with the company is their client, you are their partners. Now, there are great recruiters who know how to become long-term partners with their candidates, with the job seekers, who know they are in recruitment for the long term and they don't want to jeopardize a relationship because they don't have time, they don't have energy, you are not suitable for a particular role right now. They will build good relationships. Even if they don't get you the job, they know they will work on how they can have a good working relationship with you. And this brings me to the third point you should know. The market entry barrier to recruitment is extremely low. There's no education requirement, there's no experience requirement, and people come and go from recruitment very often. I've known people who stayed in recruitment all of 2 months. Now, when somebody is not in it for the long haul, they are not looking at relationship with the candidate who may potentially become a hiring manager in years to come. That's why it's extremely crucial for you to kiss a few frogs before you find your Prince Charm. That's not to say that you should not work with new recruiters. Some of the best recruiters I've seen are people who are new in recruitment, who are learning the ropes, and who give their 100% to their candidates and to the companies as well. But you need to see their sincerity, how they are treating you throughout the process. Are they interested in building a relationship with you? So you may need to kiss a lot of frogs to find 3 or 4 of these extremely good recruiters. Which brings me to the next point. Do you need to look at the company or the recruiter? The answer is both, and it depends. And I'm sorry, this is all that the answer is. Sometimes the advantage you get with a big company is they have strong database, the kind of roles that comes to them is going to be good. Having said that, I've also seen independent recruiters who got extremely long relationships with particular hiring managers or companies or HRs doing brilliantly and representing their candidates really well. So I would say you need to assess for yourself whether it makes sense to stick with those large organizations which are doing many roles, a lot of MNCs and companies go to them, or you want to focus on the right recruiter, and even when they move to smaller organization, you don't mind becoming partners with them. And the last point is you don't have to be exclusive with a recruiter. It's not marriage. You can work with multiple recruiters, you can work with multiple companies, but please make sure that your resume is not reaching companies left, right, and center, because you don't want a hiring manager to receive your resume from 5 different sources and from your online application and potentially a referral, because then you look very desperate. So you need to set boundaries when you're working with recruiter. Now, from whatever I've told you right now, you might feel, why even bother working with a recruiter? And I would say, great question there. So why would I even bother working with a recruiter? Number one, there are certain roles which will never hit the market, especially, as I said earlier in my video as well, very senior level positions, confidential positions, niche roles, hard to fill roles, positions where they need to hire somebody ASAP and they don't have the bandwidth to hire. So to have access to these roles, you may need to work with recruiters, and it's an avenue which is worth exploring. Number 2 is it's a passive search. I mean, you don't want to be spending all your effort in job search as well. Once you've found 2 or 3 good recruiters who partner you in your job search, who are bringing opportunities for you, things become so much easier. You get fed into opportunities by these recruiters who may have amazing relationship with the hiring manager. So you go right in front of the hiring manager rather than doing all that background work and not even knowing if your CV ever reaches them. And the third thing is a good recruiter would represent you well. So again, linking to the second position, if a recruiter has good relationship with the hiring manager or the HR, they can really tilt the favor for you. If they're 2 good candidates and the recruiter is better able to represent you, chances are you will get that position. Also, recruiters can give you a lot of inside information about the company's culture, hiring manager, what kind of team setup there is, sometimes even the budget things. But here's the catch. You need to know how to work with recruiters if you want to get the best out of this relationship. So if you're interested in knowing how can you have a great relationship with recruiters, you just let me know in the comments and I will be happy to create a video on that particular topic as well. So I hope this gives you some insights on why working with recruiters is to your advantage. I know it may take some time, but even when you're talking to recruiters who you don't want to continue working with, you get a lot of market intel. Please do consider this avenue when you're looking for your job search, because it can play a lot of difference. And It doesn't take a lot of effort ultimately. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel, and I will see you again next week. Till then, go make an impact. Bye.